Today's best music.
Magic 89.9.
All right. Here we go. We have our two wonderful, beautiful guests, art director Gigi and co-owner of the Captain Club. We have Mike LAVAREZ and international renowned photographer BJ PASCUAL.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hi, Mike.
It's like, hey, buddy.
It's like BJ's at work right now.
Hello, guys.
Hello. Hi. Hey, BJ. How you doing? What's up, guys? How you doing?
Busy.
How are you?
Busy is always good. And look, the magic of technology, we can make this happen.
Yeah, true.
Is BJ's at work and hey, we're still on air.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Happy Friday.
Si BJ hindi nagpapahinga eh.
Oo, sobra.
Oy, nakikita ko kung saan nagkakalat eh.
Kakalat yan. Nakubad yung katawan.
Oo nga, tapos yung last picture nakita ko yung nakalabas yung paa muna eh. Zoom out level. How are you guys? What have you been anything new that you guys discovered during this whole lockdown?
Ano ba? Well, anything new? Nag-set up ako ng since I really miss doing live gigs. I mean, as a DJ. Sobrang nakakamiss lang yung like sharing that
energy.
Like a real crowd, di ba? Ganyan. Medyo natigil yon. So ngayon, nag-gigs ako. Well, yeah, a few online gigs, ganyan. Pero syempre iba pa rin yung So na-miss ko siya at nag-set up ako ng disco ball.
Nice.
Maganda talaga.
And that kind of groovy vibe still going. Yeah.
And what about you, BJ? Obviously, you're back at work, which is wonderful. But how did you cope with, events, just photo shoots, just being at a standstill? When we first had the pandemic, in March,
lockdown.
April.
Yeah, it was hard.
Akala natin, a couple weeks lang.
Yeah. Yung akala mo a couple weeks lang and then biglang patagal na siya ng patagal. And then I started thinking, parang, after ba na itong lockdown na to, may kailangan pa ng photographer?
Yun.
Kasi parang nung time na puro essential lang and parang for me hindi ba essential yung photography. So, yun, during the lockdown, yun yung worry ko and syempre maraming pent up creative energy. So, I started a YouTube channel July last year. Late July last year. So, and that's been going well. And okay din siya. And then, medyo bumalik din naman agad yung work, thankfully. So, ngayon, naging dalawa na yung trabaho ko bukod sa day job ko. May YouTube pa. Ayun. Which is
what are some of the challenges you face now? I know with this pandemic still upon us. I mean, how has it changed your style? Or has it changed at all? Is it more challenging?
Working now, of course, maraming challenges. Like, actually, chinek namin na nung manager ko na since last year, nung nag-start yung work, every single week we've had at least 2, 3, minsan 5 PCR tests every week. So, so medyo, syempre nakaka-stress din yun. Like yung anxiety nung paghintay ng results. Yeah, every test, ganyan. And then syempre masakit din siya sa ilong, di ba? And during shoots, kailangan ng mask. Nakakapagod siya kasi I'm normally soft-spoken. So, kailangan ko laksan yung boses ko when wearing masks and directing. So, medyo nakakapagod siya. But thankfully, it worked.
Struggle is real. Sulit yung bayad sa swab.
Hindi, pero kailangan di ba? I mean, these are the things we have to do to, if you want to work, we have to adjust to make everybody safe. I
mean, not only that, say professionally, but also personally. For the both of you, what did you learn more about each other? Like say during this whole pandemic.
Mike,
Mas namin. Oo.
It's because we
Parang kailangan ng timeout muna. Sobrang
kasi
I
we've
see you
heard-
too much.
Oh, we've heard.
Actually,
a lot
wala
of
nang
people
ganun.
that
Ngayon
break
nga,
up.
actually, parang since we don't live together, so parang medyo mas namilit namin yung isa't isa, di ba? Parang ganyan. So, they only get to like visit him like every now and then, parang ganyan. So, wala naman ganun. I guess, mas ano lang, siguro mas worth it lang yung mga pagkikita, I guess. Parang ganyan.
Pag may visit ba, may swab test muna? Para, teka, visit, pero para, anong muna? Ay,
Swab test ko niya.
Ibang swab yan eh.
oo, ito swab ginamit. Oh.
But I want to ask you guys, we are celebrating Pride Month, and you know, we've had several guests throughout the weeks, and I want to ask, when you guys became a couple, was it a challenge for both of you to really have it out there? You know, in the Philippines, we are still at infancy stages. You know, when it comes to, you know, same-sex couples. Was there hesitancy, you know, with some family members, friends? I like to think there was none, but at the end of the day, we do have a lot of listeners and viewers who are still having second thoughts, you know, having, you know, whether they come out. You know, we all have some friends that are still in the closet. And what were some of the challenges that you guys were thinking before, you know what, let's just do it. Let's just mention that we're a couple.
Yeah.
Coming out, actually ako, I never really came out to my family. Parang gets na lang nila, ganyan. But,
Malaman na lang. Oh.
yeah, most of my family, but like, I'm very close with my grandparents. But actually, like, hindi rin, parang, hindi rin namin pinag-uusapan, like, boyfriend ako, ganyan. Because I think I'm from a different time. And the point I'm saying is, kanya-kanya lang yung coming out. So, a lot of people don't really necessarily need to come out, or some people, like, kasi parang nakaka-pressure minsan, like, seeing people, like, do these grand coming out gestures online.
Parang proposal di ba?
Oo, na ganun. So, parang what I want to say to the young people or the people in the closet is, huwag kayo ma-pressure sa timeline ng people around you. Everyone has their own timeline, and only you can say kung kailan mo gusto mag-come out or how you want to come out. It's your story.
If you want to come out, right? Even if you don't want to come out, you have that prerogative. I think it's a personal choice.
Yeah, and parang,
you know,
sana in the future, we really don't need to come out anymore, na hindi na siya big deal. So,
Normal na.
But in the meantime, ayun, kanya-kanyang timeline lang.
For you, Mike.
Ayun. In my case naman, yeah, wala rin actually coming out story na dramatic or anything of the sort. But, as in like, since bata, nagsasayaw na ako ng lambada, yung mga ganyan. So,
Alam ko nag-TikTok ka na, bata.
TikTok na.
Di ba? Alam na eh.
TikTok lang nun. Siguro
diba?
di ba? As a young boy. But yeah, medyo gets naman na nung parents ko and like everyone in the household. But of course, meron pa rin mga inner struggles na parang like yung sa sarili mo itatanong mo na parang why do I like boys more than I like girls? Parang ganyan. And actually parang si Donna Cruz nga lang yung crush ko na girl nun. But you know, like boy
Ayop of all the people.
So good growing. But yeah, like BJ, parang I think pa rin yan, ikaw pa rin talaga yung mag-decide for yourself if kumbaga in your own time, kumbaga basta convenient na sa heart mo to just be yourself, di ba? To come out. Yeah.
How did you guys meet, Mike? Was it through work?
Sa work ka. Nag-work siya.
Hindi.
Yeah, well, we met at Nectar kasi I'm a resident DJ at Nectar Nightclub.
Grabe, Mike, ang sabaw mo. We didn't type it, sorry.
Hindi. Gusto ko malaman sino lumande kanino tsaka paano yung style. Yun gusto ko malaman.
Oh my God.
Difference
Kwento mo yung Nectar.
Sorry. Friends na kami dun Sorpa, like mga 10, bata pa kami.
Pero walang something.
Years ago. Hindi, crush ko lang si Mike before. Pero,
Vayo lakas.
Pero may jowa pa ako nun. And then, mga 10 years
Parang malandi.
ago na yun.
Medyo malandi rin ako. Okay,
And wait lang talaga ako sa kanya before. And then, but wala, I mean, medyo same yung circles namin, but we never really interacted. Parang hi, hello lang. Ganyan. Kasi mukha siyang masungit. Si Mike. Yung mukha niya, may resting bitch face siya.
Was that the challenge? Di ba? Hindi kasi minsan may gano'n Di ba? Yung parang mukhang RBF. Yun yung medyo, gago to Hindi ako pinaharang masungit.
Baka nga. And then, ayun, parang very recent, mga 4 years ago, parang they had, kasi si Mike DJ siya, so may night sila sa Nectar, it's a gay nightclub, na hinost nila yung night, and the first night, parang they invited me to guest DJ. So yung thing nila is inviting mga non-DJs to kunyari DJ. So, nung in-invite nila ako, nung time na yun, parang medyo mas intense na yung pagka-crush ko. Kaya kasi single ako, ganyan.
Ayan.
Alam lahat ng friends ko. Like, alam naman ng mga chat group ng mga friends ko na crush ko. Si Mike, ganyan. And then,
Pero siya nag-invite. He was the one who invited.
pinadaan pa niya sa isa kong friend. So, nung sinabi sa akin ng friend ko, si Els, and then sabi ko, ay, go!
Yan!
Mike yan. Oo. Tapos nung nagdi-DJ, kunyari ganyan, yung set ko naman, naka-pre-record, naka-ano na siya, like, sa computer, sa laptop lang, yan, hindi wala naman akong gagawin. Pero kunyari, like, di ko alam yung gagawin ko. Paturo na. So, in short, ako yung...
Paturo naman ng song.
Okay, DJ style
Ganun pala yun.
Well, ako naman kay BJ, siguro like to connect lang dun sa sinasabi niya na parang mukhang masungit. Well, medyo may gano'n ako, but like towards him naman, medyo intimidated ako kasi akala ko si BJ before, like medyo high maintenance, ganyan. So, ayun. Pero hindi naman pala, and true enough, yung actually that night, hinintay niya ko to finish. Like, parang mga 5 a.m. na yun. Sobrang
alam na.
umaga na.
Ikaw.
Tapos, syempre parang nandun pa siya. Tapos parang nahihiyan na kung sabi ko dun sa ibang friends namin na parang, uy, si BJ ba okay lang? Kasi mag-isa lang siya eh. Ganyan. Parang, paano siya?
Hindi ako kasi mag-isa.
Tsaka papachutor
Akala ko
pa.
mag-isa.
Hindi pa naman siya tutor. Papachutor pa. Tatapusin yung tutoring.
Anyway, ayun. Tapos nag-breakfast kami. So, medyo intimidated nga ako. So, parang sabi ko, shit, saan kaya kami kakain? Ganyan. And then, hindi pala. Sobrang pala niya. Sobrang cowboy pala niya din na kumain kami sa Goto Monster. Ayan, malapit sa...
Alam ko yan. Makati. Makati Gym.
Yes. Ako pa yung first time ko doon
So after that,
so yun, ganun kami nagkakilala. I mean, nag-start mag-date rather.
Okay, so starting the dating, who would ask? Would Mike ask, "Hey, BJ, are you doing anything?" Or BJ, you'd ask Mike, like, "Hey, what you doing?" Let's
Parang
go
more
out.
me. Parang that's more me.
Mas aggressive.
Siyempre, nahiya pa ako sa kanya nun.
So, mas malandi ako.
Who made the first move for the kiss?
Malamang ako din yan.
Ayun. Wala, gusto ko yung nagtahan na to di ba? Kahit di maalala, malamang ako rin yan.
Conservative ako. Hindi, pero meron naman kaming may mga pag lumalabas, like for example sa mga bars or like sa clubs, may mga tiny texts. May mga patagong
Is there still something challenging these days, like with your situation? Meron pa bang do you still get certain situations that are a bit tricky or medyo okay na talaga compared to, let's say, 5-10 years ago?
Hindi, actually lang, I think yung challenge minsan, and lalo na nung mas nakakalabas like everyone, like pre-pandemic, yung mga schedules, ganyan, kasi syempre like pareho pa kaming busy. It's more like between the two of us, ganyan. Pero like being around people, parang wala naman ng challenges.
Well, yes, I guess for us, it's easy to say walang challenges kasi parang we run around in a very parang accepting industry,
Well,
mga industries na pinagtatrabahuhan namin. So parang, for us, it's parang medyo comfortable, but syempre, hindi rin natin kakalimutan maraming sa ibang parts ng Philippines, ganyan, ang daming like especially like actually old gay people actually. Dito sa Philippines, ang daming gay people breadwinners, diba? And that's a fact. And then when gay people get older, parang the people they supported, usually, syempre, yung mga, kung ano man, mga pamangkin nila, yung mga, ano nila, when they get older, parang they get neglected. There's an article on Vice Asia about this. So, ang dami sa kanila, mga senior citizens na who are forced to keep working kasi they still support themselves, of course, and the people who they supported their whole lives, syempre may kanya-kanya na silang sinusuportahan and they end up being neglected. So, yung mga ganyang bagay, maraming situations, not just older people, like a lot of younger people, especially in the provinces, they get disowned by their families, they're subject to abuse, ganyan. Because dito sa, syempre sa city, sa Manila, sobrang mas accepting, but we can't say the same for a lot of the people in the Philippines, kaya, or around the world. Kaya parang it's important pa rin to keep talking about these things, and kaya yung Pride Month, like whenever people ask na, bakit may Pride Month pa kayo, ganyan. That's why I think it's important parang to keep these things visible.
Of course. I think that's one of the issues that, people always asked us, over the years is Boys Night Out was very, I think when we first started was, had some sort of toxic masculinity. And, over the years through, maturity and we realize that we have to be inclusive and share the platform to everyone. And as much as we are heterosexuals, it doesn't matter because you guys are friends. You guys are part of the industry that we're part of, and human race in general is that's all of us. So. We open this platform to you guys, to all of you, and it's so important that the newer generation and the older generation realize how important it is to be inclusive, to everyone. And like you said, whether you come out or not, it's just basically respecting people's wishes. And on that, I want to ask, did you guys ever date outside, in terms of just, did you ever be with a female, basically? Was there any at one point, hey, maybe, when you're going through that, you're thinking, ano ba? I mean, maybe I should...
Ako, I had parang a girl, an eme-eme, pero nung bata pa ako nun, very, very young. Tapos ako yung niligawan ng girl. Pero wala-wala lang yun. I wouldn't say it. Ganda ko, diba? Pero wala-wala lang. Because parang very early on, parang I knew I was gay naman. But, I mean, I still tried to play it straight. Parang I came out pa to my friend's college na.
Yeah. I'm sure there's some sort of pressure, right? I'm sure as a youngster and, with your friends being, if they are all straight, you're thinking, okay, so... and I'm sure not back in the day, it wasn't where you come out.
Society.
Yeah, and parang ako kasi, si Mike, walang, as in like, bata pa lang yan, ganyan na yan. But kasi ako, I grew up in the province also, Cavite. So, syempre, mas conservative pa. Catholic school din. And, yun nga. Sa Cavite, parang syempre, iba yung mentality ng mga tao doon. Especially that time. So, may pressure talaga. Na parang, when I was young, I really wished I was not gay. May mga ganun. And kasi parang minsan, alam mo yung naglalakad ka lang, and I was always very feminine naman eh. Bata pa ako, yung pagsasalita ko, ganito na siya, and parang the way I walk, the way I move, ganyan. So parang I would often get called out by, minsan like, naglalakad lang ako sa street, papunta sa school, ganyan. Parang, baka, ganyan, mga ganun. So parang, what happened was, parang nag-retreat na ako, parang hindi na lang ako nagsasalita. Parang if there are new people, parang as much as possible, hindi na lang ako nagsasalita, ganyan. So, ganun. Actually, I forgot the question.
No, tama naman.
Yeah, tama.
Hindi, pero yung province experience, di ba?
Oh,
Yun nga, like, that's also the part of the question. Parang it's different before compared to it is now, how it is now, di ba? Before, yun nga, kailangan magtago, di ba? Parang can be express yourself freely, even with or without coming out, di ba? Just expressing
and
yourself.
parang wala ka rin parang role model or like representation in media.
Right.
Yung time na yun, like, palagi lang siyang parang side piece, comedy lang palagi yung mga gay people. And parang it was a specific stereotype talaga na parang yung
crossdresser, ganun.
Feminine.
Kailangan nakakatawa ka.
And funny, and parang palagi sila nag-work sa parlor. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Pero like, puro yun lang talaga yung stereotype talaga. And parang for me, as a young person, parang if hindi ako katulad ng mga hyper-masculine na mga bida, ako na lang ba palagi yung joke? Ako lang ba, parang yun lang ba ako? Parang hindi ako pwedeng maging bida, hindi ako pwedeng maging successful, ganyan. Meron ba ako magiging opportunities like these hyper-masculine leading men on TV? So yun, parang kulang din yung representation at the time. So, ngayon mas nakakatuwa na mas marami na talaga siya and mas open na yung mga tao.
And how does it feel for the both of you is that you are representing, you are changing the views of, say, the older generation or even the younger generation, saying that, okay, this could be me and this is the real deal. How does that feel?
Yeah. We get to use our platforms to just get the message across. Go, BJ.
Yeah, and nakakatuwa rin. Parang that's one of the things that kasi minsan nakakairita talaga yung social media, especially if parang it's for me like from one big parang self-promotion game talaga siya. But parang yung being able to represent and speak out about these issues, parang it's one of the things that made me parang hate social media less. So nakakatuwa naman. Yeah, and nakakatuwa naman na parang even like very, very young people parang reach out talaga na parang na-inspire sila, or parang whenever we talk about yung mga like Soji Bill or kahit dun sa mga YouTube videos namin ni Mike na parang sa comment section pa lang parang may mga people na parang oh my God, parang hindi namin alam na pwede pala yung ganyan, or like na yung Soji Bill pala, like yung when we talk about marriage equality, hindi naman namin minimean na church, parang we just parang need equal rights sa mga legal rights, basically, to protect us lang din naman from very real issues na nangyayari. Kasi syempre, like a lot of gay people now, mga couples, still, meron pa rin mga na-disown ng family, and then pag may nangyari dun sa isang half ng couple, parang, di ba, sa hospital, like the partner can't even visit them sa hospital because they're not next of kin, di ba? So, or worse, kung may mamatay, halimbawa, ganyan, kahit na disown na siya ng family niya and nag-build na siya ng life together with his partner, kung may mamatay na isa, yung ari-arian niya, mapupunta dun sa nag-disown sa kanya na parents, and yung partner wala makukuha. Yung mga ganong issues lang na parang, yun lang naman yung hiningi namin, yung equal opportunities sa mga straight people.
Yeah, I think that's so important. I mean, you've been outcasted and you found a loving partner, but at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, the law doesn't serve you. It doesn't really, I mean, and then we have to see that that's so important. I think, if we're moving into the future, we have to be really inclusive, and these laws are outdated. I think we're the only country without divorce. But I mean, that's how archaic we are. We're so advanced in some ways, but then in our laws, we're so behind. In our thinking.
at least ngayon may awareness na kahit papaano and there's like a bit of progress, diba? So, yeah, we'll get there. Hopefully.
Nakakatuwa naman. At saka nakakatuwa yung mga Gen Z, like the young people now, they're very, very outspoken and very articulate about these issues that parang really gives us a lot of hope for the future.
Yes, and more courage.
And how does it feel for you, BJ? I mean, being on the cover of Preview is because usually it's your photos that are on the cover. Now it's you. You are the cover.
I know, parang like, hindi ako makapaniwala. Hindi ko siya masabing dream come true kasi never ko siyang naging dream kasi parang di naman siya possible. Parang in my mind, di siya possible. Like, una sa lahat, like, I'm a guy, tas I'm gay, and then I'm a photographer pa. So parang ang labo lang na naging cover ako. But parang, of course, nakaka-proud din to, ay nakaka-pressure din to, parang, kasi yung mga nag-tag sa akin na parang representing the whole community. Sabi ko, wow, ang bigat naman nun. But yes, super happy na parang a magazine that I, like, really, really respect and parang part din siya ng coming of age ko, yung Preview magazine. May interest in fashion, especially Filipino fashion. Tapos ngayon parang naging cover akong labo talaga for me. Like, hindi pa rin ako makapaniwala hanggang ngayon.
Cover girl na.
Cover gay.
Cover gay.
Cover gay. What are some of your non-negotiables in a relationship for both of you? Mike?
Pa ba? Naku, lagi nagda-diet yan si BJ eh. Ano ba?
Ako non-negotiable ko sa relationship. Dapat basta may trabaho yun. Basta may trabaho.
Basta may trabaho.
Oo. Basta busy.
Ikaw, Mike, wala.
Wala na ako sa mga walang trabaho.
Wala. Oo. Ano na lang. Since laging nagda-diet yan si BJ, kailangan kumain kami kapag hindi na siya diet. So actually, that's what we do. Most of that, kapag kunyari may time talaga kami for each other, we just really eat or like watch whatever. Yan, mga mahilig kami sa mga Pinoy pop culture, mga ganyan. So, yun, bonding lang talaga, I guess.
What are your individually your languages of love?
Ako, mag-gift ako eh. And like, I kind of make sure na parang it's either magagamit niya or like, kumbaga, gusto niya talaga, parang ganyan.
Yeah, very sweet. Actually, si Mike, not just to me, kahit sa mga friends and family, mahilig talaga siya magbigay ng regalo. And yun nga, actually mga useful din. Minsan useful, minsan like mga pa-sweet lang, parang maliit na. Like, diba, alam mo yung folding table na pwedeng gamitin sa bed, ganyan. Yung mga reclining chair na pwede mong dalhin sa shoot, ganyan. Very sweet talaga siya.
Out of everything, ano yung pinaka-favorite mo na binigay ni Mike?
Yung table na yun.
Ang table.
Yeah, pansin ko kasi parang lagi siyang kumakain din minsan sa bed. Sabi ko, okay, parang yan ata yung best gift na ibigay sa kanya.
Si Pidge, anong language of love?
Actually, hindi ko alam.
I think more like si Beach kasi like in fairness to him, bigay siya ng mga advice or like sometimes medyo mapakialam siya sa mga stuff that I do or like sa career ko, ganyan. So parang for me
parang unsolicited advice.
Yes.
Pero actually,
that's it.
Nakaano naman yan sa akin. Like, talagang naging better, naman ako doon. Like, parang, he would always tell me na, because parang minsan dami kong gustong gawin, and then he would always tell me na, parang, it's better to work smart than to work hard. Parang ganyan. Yun talaga yung tumatagtad sa akin. Parang naisip ko, oo nga, parang ganyan. So, it was like time for yourself to like rest, ganyan, diba? So, ayun. I think yun yung medyo parang language of love. Yung pagiging pakialam. Pero it works. Talagang siya. Tsaka makikinig talaga ako sa kanya. I mean, hello, diba?
Marami na ako mga pinakialamang live sa mga friends. So, but now, mas chill na ako ngayon.
Was there ever a time na may pinagselosan kayo?
Ako. Dati.
Without naming names, huwag mo na sabihin yung pangalan at kwento mo lang bakit.
No one specific naman. Parang in general lang. Kasi parang, syempre sa nightlife nag-work si Mike.
Syempre.
And,
late nights.
and
alcohol.
syempre may alcohol, ganyan. Late nights. And,
Inom.
Narinig ko na yan. Narinig na natin.
Lasing si Mike. But, and minsan si Mike talaga masyado siya nag-enjoy sa job niya. Like, literally DJing. Minsan, like, yung set niya, halimbawa hanggang 2 a.m. lang, ganyan. Mag-extend talaga siya hanggang 3, 4, ganyan. Kasi nag-enjoy talaga siya. And there was one time na parang hindi siya nag-reply sa akin. Yung mga bago pa lang kami noon, very clingy pa ako. Nang late. Tapos, basta may miscom kami, and then sa sobrang galit ko, like meron akong sapatos na parang boots siya na may heels. Sa sobrang frustration ko lang, binato ko siya doon sa wall ng kwarto ko, nabutas yung wall ng kwarto. Aloko.
Damn!
Tapos actually, nakakatawa na.
Hindi ako nagtataka sa ano. Tataka ako sa anong klaseng boot yun na nakabutas ng pader.
Nakakatawa. Morning after, super okay na kami. Sabi ko, so ano nangyari? Tapos parang proud pa siya na nabutas. Ganyan. Ayun lang. Parang,
Ikaw, Mike, wala kang ganun. Wala kang experience na...
wala. Experience, alam ko naman na parang he gets to work with a lot of models.
Of course, the celebrities, A-listers. Yeah. That's his life.
It's part of his work, and parang, ever since hindi naman din ako seloso, I mean that.
Pero mostly girls naman. Well, of course, a few guys, pero...
So yun, parang wala.
Biggest fight. Ito, curious ako. Biggest fight. Ayun na yun. Tapos, ano ba kayo? Hindi nag-uusap na ilang araw. How does a big fight go for you guys?
Actually,
mabilis lang kami. Pag mga fight.
Walang mga days na, 3 days, walang usapan.
Kasi parang kami,
overnight lang okay na.
I think yung personality din namin, medyo parang, parang, we talk about things like in a very parang medyo factual and very logical way. So, parang hindi siya masyadong emotionally driven. Parang wala masyadong parang habang tampuhan, wala masyadong. Which is also good.
Namin para magpabebe pa.
Kasi matagal na namin friends. So, matagal na namin kilala yung isa't isa.
First place you guys plan to visit after the lockdown?
Well, we were supposed to go to Japan.
Okay.
Parang Japan yung base namin.
So baka Japan.
Yeah, for sure.
Who's the more of the submissive type?
Na si Tones hard-hitting questions. Yan.
Well, siguro or more like mas malambing na lang. Parang ganyan. Mas
Yeah. Kasi Mike, I would say.
Sino na nagsasorry?
Si Mike.
Kasi I guess sometimes mas parang ako ano bang tawag doon? Like I overthink, so I tend to medyo so feeling
make the problem bigger than what it is.
Feeling ko lang what went wrong, parang ganyan. But anyway, mag-sorry na lang din ako.
And I guess what's your advice for the younger ones, or even the older ones that, are having a tough time understanding where they're at? Whether family isn't as understanding, or friends, or even where they work won't understand. What's your advice to them?
I think parang parang napag-usapan natin to BJ dun sa last vlog mo, di ba? So, hey!
What's that?
Chaban and Antea.
Hey, Antea! What's up?
So yun, I think it's parang yung sinabi namin na it's more of parang just really take your time, be yourself, no pressure. I mean, yun nga, if you don't feel like coming out, or if you don't feel the need to come out, then, di ba, parang ikaw pa rin yun and I think what's important is for you to just really be yourself, and
parang yun talaga. Parang it's all about expressing
isn't conducive. I mean, let's say the environment is toxic na. Family, friends or even your career, you know, I mean, is not as understanding. I mean, so you move on or do you stick with it? You know,
like depende sa iba-iba, but like yung palagi kong advice is find your chosen family. Parang kasi parang tama naman si Mike na parang it really starts with you finding yourself first, understanding yourself, but parang after that parang kung hindi na kung toxic na yung environment mo, parang find a chosen family, your chosen family.
Safe space.
Go to where you're celebrated, di ba?
Yeah, oo. So, yeah. Hirap eh.
Yeah, I mean, it in a perfect world, it would be wonderful, you know, if family and friends can understand, you know, but as we said, in the Philippines, it's still in the provinces more so, you know, I mean, as you said, BJ, bata ka pa eh. Diba? You're just walking, minding your own business. Di mo nga kilala eh. They're already shouting stuff at you, and that, you know, that resonates and that becomes, you know, a sort of a mechanism as you get older. You know, stuff like that hurts. You know, maybe emotionally, but subconsciously, it takes effect. You know, and it's always great that I remember Vice mentioning this. Na sabi ng tatay niya na you will always, even if you are made fun of, ridiculed, or inaaway ka na, do never ever give up the fight of who you really are. Keep on fighting, whether it's vocal or physical. I alam ko sapakan sila na one of the guys in the neighborhood, and umiyak si Vice, and then the dad was like, okay lang yan, basta lumalaban ka.
Huwag mo sabihin yan, si mga asawa nakikinig, baka yung keep on fighting ka. Sumabit tayo dyan.
We're talking the context. We're talking the context of people making fun, or, you know, I mean, putting them down.
Or parang channel the energies into something positive. Like, nung bata ko, parang I would channel it into creativity, ganyan. Kesa, alam mo yun, parang channeling it into something negative. So, pwede rin ganun. Kaya I think a lot of, if you notice, parang ang daming mga gay people na achievers, ganyan, and mga breadwinners nga. Tapos parang, growing up, parang we really felt like parang may mali. So, parang we have to be better than the others. Parang ganun. So, and I think yung mga ganung experiences, maganda siya i-channel into something more positive.
Hey, thank you.
Do you guys ever have I want to ask this, a hall pass? A Hollywood star na, like, oh, if I need to,
Pag ito, papayagan kita. Papayagan kita.
Sorry, pero hindi Hollywood eh. Okay lang.
Sige, local.
eh, yeah.
Sige, Sino hall pass?
Si Mike wala, actually, kasi literally wala siyang crush. Hindi ko alam.
Uy, just Tony.
Just Tony, but oo, pero like, parang hindi na siya posible, di ba? But,
Grabe, hindi na posible. Hindi na siya posible. Sakita ng feelings na.
wait. I take it back, actually. Yeah. But ako,
Sino sa'yo, English?
sino ba?
May parang cute ka siya kay Enchong din, pero...
Ay, no.
Cute naman sa'yo.
Hall pass si Enchong.
Papayag ka ba?
Behave yan. Behave yan si Dee. Hanggang shoot lang, ibang shoot. Hindi pwedeng...
Shoot lang.
Have you ever shot Enchong?
Yeah, oo. Friends naman kami ni Enchong.
I think he shot him with, I remember one photo in particular. Actually, I think we actually talked about it, the shot, if I'm not mistaken, a long time ago. I think it was a photo. It was a particular photo. One particular photo.
Yeah.
But
That should be many times.
But we know that you're busy, BJ, and thank you very much.
Oh, thanks for the time.
Yeah, for the both of you, Mike and BJ, just for hanging out and just talking. I think it helped out a lot of people.
Yay! Thanks for having us.
For this,
Sorry,
opportunity.
medyo sabaw na ako.
Long day.
All good.
how can people follow you on YouTube and your social platforms?
I'm BJ Pascual on Instagram and Twitter, and BJ Pascual also sa YouTube and Facebook.
Mike Lavarez on Instagram and Facebook. And on Twitter also. And then if you want to listen to my mixes, I'm on Mixcloud. It's Mike Lavet. Yeah.
Ayun.
Love it.
Love it.
Guys, thank you
All
so
right,
much
thank
for
you,
joining
thank
us.
Thank you.